This is the assembly video for the money and card storage insert. These are all the parts that are becoming in the set. Got them separated out into the different sub-assemblies. There's 4 different assemblies. We got the 2 money holders over here. Got the actual money and card storage insert shell, if you will, here, and then the drawer that for the different alligators and things like that in the set. So we're gonna start with the drawer first. First pieces that we're gonna do is the mid wall and these longer walls. You want to have the curved portion facing the tall portion here, and the shorter piece of the base. So like everything, recommending gluing these pieces together. So a little bit of glue in the valleys when you're putting stuff together just helps holding everything when you're using the set. So we're going to start with this mid wall here going into one of the side walls. So I'll pop that in like that. Do the same thing with the other side, just rotate it around so the orientation is the same, just like this. And then this is going to drop into these notches here on the base of the drawer. So you pop that in just like that and kind of get part of it lined up and then just work your way around. Once you get it lined up, it's okay to push a little bit, it'll snap in, just like that. And then we can do the back wall, so a little bit of glue in the valleys here, and the back wall is this shorter one. So that's going to pop on just like this. And then do the taller front wall. And this is going to help retain the cards and give you a spot to grab and pull it all out. So again, glue in the valleys, kind of get it lined up before we put everything together. And make sure everything's nice and snug. So that's the drawer. So the card, or the money card draws, these guys here, they're the same. So I'm only going to assemble one of them and we'll have the other one assembled in the background here. But the first piece that we're going to start with is this mid wall. So the mid wall is the one that's got the notches sticking out of it and it's got the little notch on the bottom. We're going to take one of the main side walls and you're going to put a little glue and pop that together to where that small notch is facing down. And then we can take the base and pop it on. So the base is the one that's got the little notch in the middle of it. Just pop that together just like this. We can take the other main side wall here. That's going to pop on where you put these notches into the inserts on this, or the tabs into the notches on this one. Get everything lined up, should just drop together. And then the smaller side walls are going to go on. They're symmetrical, it doesn't really matter which way, so put a little glue on here, just line it up and squeeze it all together. Make sure everything's nice and tight, and on the other side, do the same thing. So it should look just like this. Get everything nice and snug, get all the glue out of the inner seams and everything, and make it nice and tight, because this is going to be sliding into the main money and card storage insert portion, so you want to have everything nice and tight so you're not having issues with it snagging on the side walls. So I've got the other one assembled off camera here. Put those 2 next to each other. And then for the main insert here. So this one's really order specific. Find it easier to start with this portion down here. So we're gonna take these 2 smaller pieces, a little bit of glue here, pop that in like that. Same thing on this one, having the tabs facing up away from each other, just like that. And then we can drop this wall here. And these two tabs here are going to go into these 2 notches here, like that, and like that. Just kind of wiggle it around. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drop this onto the base. Now there's 2 different pieces here that look very similar. The base is the one that does not have this little notch in it right here. So we're going to take this one, we're going to drop this down, and you want to have this longer portion facing up. When you do this, that's going to go through that notch right there. So get everything kind of lined up. just like that. Squeeze it all together. It helps to have this thing gluing to help hold it together while we're doing it. But... so there's that one. And then what we can do is we're gonna hold off on the top piece when we put that on at the end for this one. But we take these two card divider pieces here, and these are both the same piece, doesn't matter which one you grab. We're going to put these right here, and this one right here. So there's these two notches on both of these. You just kind of drop them in. And if we flip this thing up like this, you take the back wall, you know, orient it to where the gaps are all consistent. So you got the smallest of the gaps here facing towards the top of the assembly. Again, I'll put a little glue on all this. And then just get everything lined up. And this one may actually help to start on the loose side so you can get everything kind of maneuvered in position before we push it all together. Like that. And we'll rotate it around this way. And we can put this piece on here. So this is this other side wall. So same thing. I want to make sure we've got the notches oriented to where the smaller section is going to be towards the top. SPG logo would be on the outside. So we're going to kind of get it lined up here. And I'm just going to smash everything together. And then you can take the top piece here, and this longer slotted section right here is going to go on this tall piece. It's sticking through it. So glue all the way around in the valleys here, and we'll get that lined up, and we'll get past that first initial section there, and then just find the edge and kind of work your way down. Get everything nice and snug, like that. And then you've got these two pieces here. So these are going to be holding the board off, get the proper spacing in the actual box. So we're going to take this little small piece. It is angled slightly, it doesn't really matter which way, but prefer to kind of match the angle on that. So a little bit of glue on that, pop it in, a little bit of glue here and here, and then we'll pop this rectangular piece on top. Get it all lined up, push together. So that's the actual money card storage section. The two money holders here, we're going to slide in like this, and then your drawer is going to slide into the bottom portion of the cavity just like that, and that'll hold your cards in.